I'm gonna buy this 1,000 times over and over again before I will ever pay for the price of Tom Ford's Lost Cherry and Cherry Smoke. Yes, I said it. Now you may be asking yourself, what is this? This is Lattafa. This is the 2023 release, and the name of this and the bottle is absolutely ridiculous. I might even say horrible. Usually I don't rip on bottles, but look at this bottle. What does this have anything to do with what this smells like? I have no idea. This is called Lattafa's. It's La Collection d'Antiquity 1505. Let me say that one more time. La Collection d'Antiquity 1505. And what is this? This is a dupe or a clone, more of a twist of Tom Ford's Lost Cherry with some cherry smoke facets to it. And we're gonna talk about it. In my opinion, this is like 90% cherry smoke by Tom Ford with another 10% or 20%. I don't know the percentages. We'll say 80% Tom Ford's cherry smoke mixed with Lost Cherry with a sprinkle of a couple other cherry fragrances out there. Maybe Room 1015's Cherry Punk, maybe Van Cleef and Arpels' new cherry fragrance, which is really good, by the way. But that's what this is. The bottle is ugly, yes. I usually like Lattafa's crazy bottle designs. I don't hate it, I just don't understand it. And before we get any further, one of the things you are gonna love about this is the price. I'm gonna talk about that later. I mean, it's honestly the best part, as you could all probably guess already. Enough talking, let's get into some sprays. Very nice atomizer. We'll do 3 sprays. We'll just get it in the air. What do we smell? Oh, this smells really good. Right off the rip, as soon as I smell this, even in the air, you get deep, like realistic, dark, candied cherry. One of my favorite things about this fragrance is it doesn't go the medicinal, syrupy cough syrup route. Now, if you smell it straight from the bottle, it does kind of have that cherry cough syrupy vibe, but this does not smell like that in the air or on skin. It's like a dark, boozy cherry. Picture like a dark maraschino, because it is a sweet fragrance, but it's like dark, drizzled in like a boozy, cherry, syrupy type vibe, and there's something else that comes through. And it's smoke. It's like incense. Something else that I'm picking up that I didn't pick up before, but I'm picking it up now, is there is a very, very slight animalic note in here to me. It could almost be maybe like a dark, musky leather. It's not strong. It's very faint, but it's definitely there. So once again, in the opening, you get a deep, dark, candied cherry note that has very smoky elements, almost like an incensey type vibe. And it is boozy. I love the boozy aspects of this. I wouldn't say it's like a boozy fragrance, but it's definitely a boozy cherry, if that makes sense to anybody. Now, as this bad boy starts to dry down, there is like a little bit of a greenness in it. Not overly green, but like there is a bit of a freshness just to like round out that sweetness of the cherry. It does get a little bit woody, and in the far dry down, it gets very resinous because there is frankincense in here, which is a fancy word to say like an incense, woody, resinous smell. It is a sweet fragrance, so if you don't like sweet fragrances, you might not like it, but it is not cloying. This fragrance isn't overly sweet. It doesn't choke me out. It's a very good balance. You know, for Lattafa, which is like usually kind of a dupe brand, they do have originals, their prices are good. This is a very, in my opinion, impressive formulation by them, especially for the price, which again we'll talk about a little bit later. Let's do one more spray in the air here. God, the atomizer is just so good. This is such a good, this is a unisex fragrance too. You could wear this all year round. To me personally, I feel like it would do better at night. I wouldn't wear this like in a bright summer day. It's a little bit too dark with that, with the smoky nuances and the booziness, but I think this would be perfect for like date nights. I think this is kind of like a sexy fragrance. Can I say that word? Can I say the word sexy? Because that's what this is to me. There's not too many fragrances that have that type of appeal. I think this one does. But then you ask yourself, how is the projection and the longevity? Because I mean, it can't be as good as Tom Ford. Well, let me tell you that it's like literally equal to or better than Tom Ford, to be honest. I mean, like, this stuff lasts all day. 6+ hours easily in the first few sprays. You know what? As this is starting to dry down more on me as this video progresses, I'm starting to get like almost like a holiday vibe. It's a little bit spicy. I don't know what it is. I really enjoy this fragrance. But yes, the projection and longevity are great. I mean, I smell this on clothes. 24 hours, you have no problems with that. If it's too strong for you, you can always do, one spray. If you're the kind of person where it's not strong enough, then you can always do 25 sprays directly to your face. So you get a sinus infection the next day, like I usually do. Okay, it's time. Hold on, Cliff, sit down, bro. You're just making all this racket over there. All right, it's time to talk about like what most of you are waiting for, or at least what I would be waiting for, because I'm getting excited thinking about this. Now, the price of this, right? Lattafa, their fragrances are very affordable, even though that market is going up as well. But this is the 100 ml, 3.4 ounce. This is $40, a little bit under, in fact, like 35 to 40, depending on where you get it. So we'll say under $40 for a 100 ml. Amazing twist of Tom Ford's cherry smoke with some lost cherry in there, a little bit unique on its own. $40. Now, the equivalent, let's talk about something here. Tom Ford, designers in general, a 50 ml, of 50. Half of this, as far as the liquid, 1.7 ounce, my math is correct, comes in for a whopping $400 US. $400 for half of this, which is less than $40. Now, I know some people, some people are against dupes in cologne houses. I get it, right? Perfumers work very hard in their formulations to put something out good. Other people can just copy it easier. But it is what it is, right? Not everybody has $400. Even if they do, they don't want to spend it. But you want to smell like that. That's a topic for a different video. I do love Tom Ford fragrances, but with this new market, I don't know what's going on. Everything's inflated. It's getting hard for me to pay those prices. It's one thing affording it, that's a whole different story, but like just to want to do it, right? You can get 5-6 bottles of all different samples of dupes of different things to even see if you like them versus paying $400 for one bottle. Come on. The designer market is literally turning into a joke. You know what? Let's get into this. The Middle Eastern houses and dupe houses and cologne houses are taking over a little bit with their price points that are usually it used to be, $20, $30. They've been in like the $40, $50, depending on the house. The designers need to lower their prices. They do, and I get it. They're probably raising their prices to seem like they're exclusive, right? Like, oh, you're in this club, you have this money, I buy the real stuff. It's not working. It's not working in the fragrance game. They're getting beat. They're getting beat on quality, on bottle quality, on metal versus plastic. They're just getting beat on smell. That's enough of that. Overall, this is a very, very good fragrance on its own. Let's say if Tom Ford lost cherry or no cherry fragrance has ever existed, this would be king. This would be king. And if you don't want to pay that $40, you can always come to my decant store, which is the Fragrance Channel Decants. I'll put a link below. If you want to get a sample of this to just smell it, I'll ship one out to you. But thanks for stopping by. My name's Ryan, and this is the Fragrance Channel. Oh man, now I'm all heated. Now I just want to go break all my designer bottles. In fact, I might.